I also like to thank a cousin of mine by the name of Jamain Carey. He's the owner and proprietor of Carey Scape Landscaping. Over the course of last year, he's been helping me to go into many other schools in Nassau, helping to share the message with young people. So give him a round of applause. Even and of course, I'd like to thank my son, Lowell, who was here with me on this afternoon. Visited in Bahama for the first time, and it's cool over here, man. I love the weather. And so give him a round of applause. So this is a sacrifice that he is making. He's not going to school for the next 3 days, and he's an honor roll student. So I want you to know this is a sacrifice that he is making to be with me on this particular trip in that regard. But more importantly, I'd like to say a special thank you for being here. And I hope that you will give me your undivided attention. And so let's give you a round of applause for you just being here. Come on, give yourself a round of applause. And last but not least, I'd like to thank God for being here on this afternoon, to be able to share with you all. Thank Him for His traveling grace, and pray that His traveling grace will continue to remain with Him and with my son and I, because we have a lot of schools to do in these next 3 days. And I was told that some of these schools are 40 and 50 miles apart from each other. So that's a lot of time on the road. And so let's give God a bigger round of applause. There you go. So I have 3 quick points to share with you guys, and I'm all of you here. 3 quick points. And I'm a storyteller. I bring my points home through stories. Okay? And like I indicated, I wasn't always blind. I had a wonderful childhood. I was born in an area in Nassau called Mantel Heights. They called it a ghetto. It was a rough neighborhood. And even though it was rough when I was around 5 years of age, it was the best place I ever lived. Because even though things were tough and the community was rough, it was there that I was able to roam and play and be a child, climb trees, sling people with slingshots. That's what I used to get in trouble for. But more importantly, I had a mother and father who would go home. My father went out and brought home the bacon and make sure it'd be all. He was the life of the party and so forth. And I had a mother who stayed at home. It was her who made sure everything was clean, everything was neat and tidy, and she made sure that we had hot cooked food every afternoon. Life was great, couldn't get no better than that. Until one day, all of that came to an end. My father decided to move on with his life by getting involved with somebody else. And so now he quote unquote dumped my mother. But for some reason, the average behaving guy don't know how to let go. You see, they will move on with somebody else and still be seeing someone else on the side. There you go. So my mother put her foot down. You move on, keep moving. But for some reason or another, I don't know what he was thinking. I guess he figured to himself, if I can't help you, then no one else is going to help you. And my mother tells the story. One morning she gets up around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning because my little baby sister was crying. And she couldn't for the lights of her understand why this little greedy girl was crying. She fell before she went to bed. So reluctantly she came out of the bed and she went into the kitchen to make her a bottle of milk. And as she is shaking the bottle of milk in her hand, getting ready to go in the back, something caught her eye. And she looked through the glass window and there was a red glow, and she is trying to figure out what's going on. And then it hit her. The house was on fire. She was able to rush into the back room where my sister and I were sleeping. I'm the oldest of 3 siblings. And she was able to get us out to safety. Neighbors were able to come and put the fire out. And I guess my father figured, so I didn't wait. So 2 days later he came by, broke into our home and poured oil deep over everything we owned as a family. We were only left with the clothing on our backs. And I can remember as a 5-year-old boy stepping over clothing that were once mine that were now ruined, destroyed with oil paint. As a 5-year-old boy, I couldn't understand it, and as an adult and a father myself, I still don't understand why my father had to be so destructive. Why didn't he just go and leave us alone?